Hello dear students, how are you? I wish all of you will be healthy and safe. So students, in this video, we are going to cover some SQL commands. Okay, this is a very important part of SQL. As you know, the SQL is an RDBMS and it is CUI based interface. Okay, that is character user interface. Means if you want to work in SQL in MySQL, you have to learn some commands. Basically, it is totally depend on commands. Okay, so let's start. We will cover all the commands one by one. Now we have a list of some SQL commands. Basically, these are the major commands of SQL. Okay, so we will discuss all these commands one by one. Let's start. So the first command is show databases. If you want to see the list of databases, then you will use command show databases. Okay, so let's check how to run these commands. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, open your MySQL and your password. My password is 1234. Okay, so now this is the platform where you will run your SQL commands. So the first command is show databases. Write down show databases. Okay, and you can see the list of databases. Okay, now we have some databases, default databases that exist in SQL, but here the school database is already created by me. So drop it. So if you want to delete a database, so use the drop command. Drop database school. Okay. Okay. If you execute a command and if you see the query okay, so it means your command is successfully executed. So now here the drop database school. So drop command is basically used to delete the object. Here the school object is totally deleted. Let's see if you use the command show databases, you can see the school is not in the list. Okay, so drop command is used to delete an object. Okay, the show databases command is used to see the list of the object, and drop database command is used to drop database and name of the database to delete the database. Okay, so next command is to use the database. Okay, before using the database, you have to create the database. Let's say to create a database, you will use the create command. Create database, and here write down the database name. Suppose my database name is school. Okay, and press semicolon. So semicolon is necessary to terminate the command. Okay, so now the query okay, it means your database is created. Let's see, show databases, and you can see your database school is now created. Okay, but here your database is created, but you are not able to use the database. Okay, if you want to use this database, what is database? Database basically is the collection of the tables. If you want to create the table, a table is the container of information. If you want to store the information, then you have to create the table. If you want to store the table, in this case you have to create the database. Okay, database is already created, so the next task is to use that database. Okay, if you want to use that database, so use command, use database, name of the database. Okay, sorry, there is no need to write down the database, so you write down only school. Okay, so now you are in database school. Okay, let's see if you want to check the current the working database. So in this for this you will use the command select database. So select database. Okay, select. What is the problem? Okay. Select database, and here you have to use the parenthesis. So, okay, so your working database is school. Okay, now To use database, you will use command. To create database, you will use create command. Okay, the format is, syntax is create database and database name. Okay, to see the working database, you will use select database with parenthesis. Okay, so to quit from command prompt, you will use /c. Okay, I'll tell you about it later. Show the list of tables. Okay, you will use show tables. Okay, if you want to see the list of tables in a database, then you will use show tables. Let's see, if I my working database is school and I want to check how many tables are there. So for this you will use show tables. Now you can see empty set because there is no table in this database. Okay, let's move to the next command. So next command is drop command. So drop command is used to remove the database. I have told you. Okay. So the most important command, the next command is create table. If you want to create a table, then you have to use the create table command. Okay. The format is create table and write down the table name. Okay. Then you will use parenthesis. After that, write down the field name or column name. Write down their data type and size also. Similarly, write down the field name second, column name second, data type and size. Okay, so in this way you will add your fields in your table. Okay, as your all fields are created, so after that close your parenthesis and use semicolon. Okay, let's see how. So before creating a table, first of all decide all the fields in a table and data type also. Let's see how. So here I am creating a table students. Okay, so use create table students, use parenthesis, and my first field is student ID, so use student ID, and data type will be integer type. Okay, and next field is student name, and student name will be in text form. So if your data is in text form, so for this you will use varchar data type, and here you will set the size of your text, maximum 30 characters. Okay, student name, date of or class, varchar. You can choose the data type according to your requirement. Okay, varchar 4 characters, date of birth. For date of birth you will select date. Okay, and mobiles. So I am selecting I am using varchar instead of integer because the range of integer is low. That's why I am using varchar. Okay, value that is not calculable. Okay, if for any value there is no calculation performed on it, for this you will use varchar data type. Okay, so for mobile there is for the value of mobile no calculation is performed. That's why I am using varchar and maximum character 12. Okay, now all these fields are sufficient this time, and close your parenthesis and use semicolon. Now you can see your table is created. Okay, now you can see query. Okay, okay, if I want to check my table is created or not, let's see. Let's use your this command, show tables. So show tables command is used to see the list of tables. So use it, show tables. Then you can see your table is created now. So here you were getting the empty set, but now you are getting students. Okay, one table here. So this is the way to create a table. To the next command. So next command is show structure of the table. If you want to see the structure of the table, so for this you will use describe table name. Let's see how. So here use describe table name is students, describe students, and you can see the structure of your table. So in your table, you have student ID, integer type, data type is integer, data type is integer. Student name, type varchar, student name type varchar. So in this way, you can see the structure of your table also. Okay. So next command is, if you want to remove the table, then you will use drop table command, just like just we have used for to drop the database. Okay. So I am not using the drop table command. Otherwise, I have to create the table again. Okay. If you want to add a column in last, okay. Suppose at the time of creating the table, I forgot to add a column. Okay, I missed the column. So in this case, I have to add a column. Okay, so for this, I will use the command alter table name, and add column and data type. It's very simple. Okay, let's see. So in this table, I forgot to add the name of the city. Okay, for the field city. Okay, so for this, use alter table name is students, and there is no need to write down the parentheses here. Okay, alter table students and add, write down the column name is city, and data type is varchar. Okay, so in this way I will add one column more. Let's see the structure of the table now. Now you can see the city data type, city field is now added. Okay, if you want to add a column in between, so for this you will use add alter table name, add column name and data type, and you will use the after column name. Okay, let's see. If I want to add a column name father's name after the date of birth, let's see how can we add. Alter table name is students, alter table students, add field name father's name, data type will be varchar, after do, after do. Okay, let's see the structure of the table. Now you can see the father name is added after do. Okay, so next command is remove a column. If you want to remove a column, so for this the syntax is very simple. Alter table name and drop column name. Very simple. Suppose I want to remove father's name, so for this alter table name is students, and use drop column name is top. Oh, sorry, fathers. Drop column. Okay, let's see the structure of the table. Now you can see f name, father's name is not in the table. Okay, so in this, so next command is changing the name of the column. If you want to change the name of the column, this syntax is very simple. Alter table name, and use change, write down the old column name, and after that new column name and data type. Let's see. Suppose here I want to change DOP. I am right. I want date of birth instead of DOP. Let's see how to change it. Alter table students. Okay, change. Old name is DOP and new name is date of birth. Data type is date, like this. Okay, let's see the structure of the table again. Now you can see date of birth. Okay, now D8, it should be DAT. Let's change it again. Okay. Date of, sorry, there will be no space, date of birth. Now see the structure of the table. Now you can see date of birth instead of date of birth or due. Okay. So how to modify a column? If you want to modify a column means if you want to change the data type of a column. Okay, for this you will use the modify command. Alter table name, modify column name and new data type. Okay, suppose here the student name data type is varchar, the size is 30, but I want to increase the size of this data type. I want it should be in 50 characters. For this I will use alter table to name students and use modify table name is s underscore nm modify and data type is varchar inside will be of 50. Okay, see the structure of the table and you can see the size of student name is 50. Okay students, so in this way you can create the structure of your table. Next question is how to add the records in a table. Okay, if you want to add records in a table you have to use insert command. How? Let's see. Insert, syntax is insert into table name. Table name is students. Okay. If you are adding all the values in all the fields, so in this case there is no need to write down the field name. Okay. Listen again. If you want to add the values in all the fields, in this case there is no need to write down the fields name, just insert into student values. Okay, and write down the values here using parentheses. And you have to remember the sequence also. The first field is student id and data type is integer, so write down here admission number. Okay, because it is the numeric value, so there is no need to write down the single quotes or double quotes. If the value is in varchar or text value, so in this case you have to put single quotes or double quotes like Python. Okay, so next name is student name, so use parenthesis. Okay, write down underscore say. Okay, next field is class, so class is also in varchar, so 11th b. Next field is date of birth. For date of birth you have to remember the format YYYMMDD. Okay, 2005 dash month is 12 hyphen and date. Okay, so at the time of entering the value of date, so you have to remember the format MMMM. Okay, sorry, YYYY, 4 digit for year, 2 digit for month, and 2 digit for day. Okay. Next value is mobile. Mobile also in varchar. So in this case, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And the next value is city. So city is Hathras. Okay. Now it is a complete tuple. Use the semicolon as a terminator and press enter. Now query okay. It means your record is inserted. Clear? So format is very simple. Insert into table name. The table name is students. So insert into student and values, and you have to write down the values according to the sequence of the field name. Okay, and you have to remember the data type also. If you are inserting the numeric value, in this case you will not use any single quotes or double quotes. If the value is in the text or string, in this case it is compulsory to put single quotes or double quotes. Clear? Okay, if you want to see the records of a table, for this you will use select asterisk from table. Select asterisk from table. Table name is students. Now you can see all the records of that particular table. Okay, if you want to add more record, now you will use again the insert command. Insert into student. Now the value is, sorry, 110 Now it is not Ankur, it is Amrit Singh. Okay, class date of birth is ID, mobile number, change the mobile number also, and Hathras and press enter. Okay, if you want to see the record, not to record is inserted. So this is the way to insert the values in the table. Okay, if you want to delete a record, so here you will use the delete command. So delete from students. Table name is student. Delete from student. But here you have to write down the where clause. Okay, where suppose you want to add the record of 1101. So here you have to write down the value of student ID 1101. So delete from student where student ID equals to 1101. Okay, let's check the record. Now you can see only one record is left. So delete command is used to delete a particular record. Okay, if you want to delete all the records, so in this case there is no need to write down the where clause. Let's see, if you use delete from students. Okay, if you don't write any condition, so in this case it will delete all the records. Okay, so whenever you use the delete command, so you have to be cautious about it. Okay, and next question is how to update the record. Okay, suppose I want to change the city name Aligarh instead of Hathras. So let's see how to update the column. To update a record, you have to use update command. Update, what is the name of table? Student. Update students and write down here set. The column name is city. City and it will be Aligarh. City Aligarh. And here you have to write down the where condition, otherwise it will set to city Aligarh to all the values, all the records. Okay, so write down where clause, where student ID equals to 1102. Okay, you can see Aligarh instead of Hathras. Okay, students, so you have to revise these commands more and more. Okay, thank you enough for this lesson. Have a nice day. Be healthy, be safe.